Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Rhyme of the Times for the weekend in 14th of February 2026. Marco Rubio wants us to know the US ain't NATO's foe. For Trump, the Super Bowl show is a no-no, while his own video hits a new low. Two key advisors go, and Sarwar strikes a low blow as Starmer's woes grow. The IOC gives a veto to a Ukrainian who wants to show dead colleagues' photos. Mahmood vows to go toe-to-toe with the court that rules banning Palestine Action can't be so. Hey-ho. Trump on Sunday got pretty petty and prickly at Santa Clara for Sunday's Super Bowl 60. The halftime entertainment caused him great anguish as all the songs were sung in the Spanish language. Some people agreed, but many more found it funny that the president got so riled by rap star Bad Bunny. On Sunday, the exit door was finally shown to the one known as the power behind the throne. Starmer's chief of staff is no longer in control, the fall guy for Labour's labouring in the polls. Morgan McSweeney, in fact, resigned and chose to own the Mandelson appointment and own it alone. To disgruntled backbenchers, he's an appropriate scapegoat, the man with all the power without receiving a vote. For now, Starmer, who actually won the election, can use McSweeney as a shield for deflection. Next day, Tim Allen, Kia's director of comms, communicated that he would also be gone, quitting his position around Monday at noon. Starmer's in a circle of gloom. Then the camel's back looked like it might be broken after the Scottish Labour leader had spoken. Anas Sarwar put his head above the parapet, told a press conference he was no longer having it, saying his friend, the Prime Minister, has to quit, but Sir Keir didn't buckle from yet another hit. And from all this doubt, he received the benefit of messages of support from each of his cabinet. But those words from Sarwar must have been stinging. In Starmer's ears they must have kept ringing. But by his fingertips he just kept on clinging, and at a PLP meeting he came out swinging. In front of his party a new zing he was bringing, until from the same hymn sheet the whole room was singing. And the room in Westminster was, of course, full. Keir was remorseful, but he was also forceful. In popularity polls, though, he's still coming last, so the question remains of whether he can last. Trump's got form when it comes to causing a storm with erratic rants on his Truth Social platform. But the video posted around Thursday midnight brought levels of crassness to a new low height. Depicting the Obamas as apes couldn't fail to be viewed as off the scale beyond the pale. The video was deleted, but no apology made, leaving many who'd seen it confused and dismayed. America's reputation pushed further down the toilet, with their president seemingly determined to spoil it. Last Friday, that sentiment was clearly on display as the Italian Winter Olympics had got underway. Ice guys on the ice with the US delegation at the opening ceremony caused some consternation. And towards the US contingent, some vitriol was spewed, with J.D. Vance being vociferously booed. This week the Games had more bother to quell, with a Ukrainian skeleton racer expelled. Vladislav Heraskevich's possible medal was forsaken. No chance for him now to bring home Olympic bacon. By showing deceased Ukrainians on his helmet, it seems some IOC protocol had not been met. Pics of athletes murdered by Putin being displayed is seen as political message being relayed. Many may say it's the IOC who were displaying a political point of view. Its pro-Russian standpoint had been exposed by having the honouring of Ukraine's war dead opposed. Some would say only Kremlin propaganda peddlers would call this would-be medalist a political meddler. The new IOC president has already stated her wish to have Russian athletes reinstated. Shabana Mahmood's outrage was all-consuming. Friday's High Court decision had her fuming. The ruling to unban Palestine Action had caused the Home Secretary's furious reaction, but the ban for the time being will stay in force while Mahmood's appeal against the ruling runs its course. The Munich Security Conference this week seemed to go much smoother than it went 1 year ago. Marco Rubio, armed with an olive branch, seemed to say Europe could still rely on the USA. On Thursday, Man United's co-owner surmised that Britain is now being colonised. Sir Jim Ratcliffe was talking about immigration. His comments received widespread condemnation. His response in an interview evoked some groans and phrases involving glass houses and stones. Accusations that he was speaking out of ignorance as one of Monaco's many tax-free immigrants. Dry January for some means showing self-restraint. But has Britain's rain done the same this year? No, it ain't. For more people, it's become a thing every year to cleanse their bodies, keep their minds clear, a way to start the new year with vim and vigour, smooth some edges off an expanding figure. Whatever the rationale for staying off the sauce, there's no escaping it's not been dry January outdoors. Awash with flood warnings right across Britain, with a whole load of records being rewritten. Northern Ireland had uniquely soggy terrain. It's 149 years since it's seen so much rain. Cornwall saw a record 2.7 metres fall, and the country has nearly twice its average overall, while gloomy Aberdeen went 3 weeks with no sun at all.